We're having a blast here in Indianapolis, Indiana at the Racing Electronics Show. I may be sitting with the guy that must be the relieved and most happy man on the planet, though, okay? The story is Josh Hart. He's been running Top Fuel dragsters and been fielding his own team. No longer fielding his own team. He found someone else with John Force to pay the bills, and he is going to be running for John Force Racing. Josh, welcome to the show, and I cannot imagine the relief of being driver only and not driver team owner.
Yeah, it's hard to put into words. I mean, I never wanted to own my own Top Fuel team. It was just kind of the cards I was dealt. So, worked really hard at it. Proud of what we built. Proud that we sold it, and wound up, in the fastest seat in the world. So that's where we're at.
Let's talk a little bit about your accomplishment, because you built your own team, but you have a couple of wins as well. So not only did you build a team and survive, you build a team and thrive. There's got to be, especially now that there's a chapter gone, there's got to be a lot of pride in what you were able to accomplish with your own program.
Yeah, even through the sportsman ranks, I always own my own program. So, we won Indianapolis a couple of times. We won Atlanta before they shut it down. And then to start in Top Fuel, win your debut race in Gainesville, and then back it up with another win in Charlotte that year. It was a lot of fun, but you get up there and you build this thing, and it turns into its own monster. It develops its own DNA, and you're trying to cut a good light, and you're thinking about invoices, or you're trying to manage all the personalities and all the talent, and it just became a big distraction for me. And I felt like, with my business in Ocala, Bernie's Speed Shop, it was kind of growing up at the same time as my race team, and I wasn't doing either one of them very well. So it was only fair to my family, close that chapter, hope that things worked out, and focus on Bernie's. Meanwhile, the opportunity came along with John Force Racing, and I was like, this has got to be, somebody up there still likes me. So
that is so awesome as far as that goes. So you had already made the decision that the team was going to go away, and then this opportunity with John Force kind of confirmed that for you. How did that all kind of play? We don't need to get in the background of business and contracts and everything, but how did the conversation start, and how did that begin?
So John and I talked a little bit in Arizona, and he kind of told me what he was forecasting, and I just had never worked for anybody else. So I was like, I'm not sure how this is all going to pan out. It was very exciting, but it was kind of a dream, So I'm like, I wonder how serious he was. But then as this thing kind of progressed, I realized it was very serious. And I thought, who would not want that opportunity? So, nobody can replace Brittany Force, but, that's the name you hear constantly. It's John Force, Brittany Force. It was just awesome. And the fact that I get to actually step into, Cinderella's slipper per se is pretty crazy.
That is so exciting. It really, truly is, because your passion for it, your energy and everything into it, and now to be rewarded with a ride here. Okay, we are going to have you reach into the mystery question box and see what we come out with. All right. What is your favorite food?
I'm a steak guy, so any type of fillet. There's places all around the United States that I've been able to sample, but Vegas is probably the best for a good steak.
Are you a guy that travels around? Do you keep a list of all the good steakhouses? Or you keep a mental list of it, or do you have? We had some guys that have rating systems and everything else. Do you? How in detail are you when you find a good steakhouse?
You said it all. I have a rating. There's top 5, but the Aliante Resort has a little place called the Market, and if you go in there, you can get a tomahawk ribeye. It's amazing.
Amazing. That sounds really, really good. Josh, we appreciate the time. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
There we go. Josh Hart joining us here at the RE booth here at the PRI show in Indianapolis, Indiana.